Hi, it's me, Vivian. Welcome back to another episode. So today I had this space to myself. There's literally no one, so I wanted to talk about the interesting idea of how I understood and realized that sometimes the most emotional, intense, or most attractive connections that you have in life sometimes it doesn't serve that it will be the most compatible relationship. And in the previous years, in the previous time where I understand about myself, my old self would always choose the connections that I find emotionally intense and attracted to, because I want to choose something that I like, right? I think it's very natural for people to choose the things that we have the natural tendency to like, but ultimately it might not be the most compatible one. Like, you can give you an example where you kind of buy a very, very nice shoe that you really, really love, like in terms of the features, the design, how the combat, as in like how it helps you to, for example, train better, or any kind of a function that it serves, and a lot of things. But when time passes, it actually does not serve you better than for example, like a normal sneaker would do, or a normal sportswear would do. And I think it applies back to this concept of relationship too, because like I said, I'm always tended to be attracted to the things that are like it feels like the best, like the things that I like the most. But actually ultimately it does not really be compatible if you're looking at a long-term perspective, or you're even looking at just long-term wise. And I think that realizing it will actually, I know it's painful to realize that the things that you really like is not suitable for you at this moment, or it might be suitable for you for the future, but maybe currently it's not suitable for you. And I think that in our 20s, we are constantly moving through different kind of phases where you will meet new people, you will have new conversations, you will lose people, you will form new bonds, you will lose. And I think it's the nature of the 20s, because of the fact that everyone's scattered all around, and we're actually trying to achieve different kind of things, and hence it's not very, you don't have a tendency where people are always connected with each other like how you do it in university, in school, and all sorts. And I feel like the people around me are all scattered in different places, and maybe sometime one day you realize that he or she has moved or came back. So there's a lot of things that happens. So how you build that relationship with yourself when it comes to you really knowing that what kind of long-term relationship you want to have with yourself, develop with yourself. I think that's the most important, firstly. And secondly, of course, realizing that it's incompatible sometimes will really feel very frustrated and very sad about it. But I think ultimately it will improve I think it's just the reality, like it's just incompatible. And if you were to move it into a different kind of a setup, or you were to have a different kind of a situation, the thing might change. So I think the world is just constantly changing. So having a mindset where you are open to different kind of different kind of changes will actually help you a lot, and it will kind of pull you through different kind of things with resilience and the tendency of accepting it. And I guess that's pretty important. Yeah, if there's one thing that you could bring away from this video, I guess it's that I'll remember that I think since AI, I think prior COVID to post-COVID to AI, I think the world is constantly changing. So being able to be resilient in that is something that you should have as having that skill sets. And also when it comes to relationships, to different kind of situations, it will help you in that way. Yeah. And yeah, so I think that's all for today, and I hope you enjoy it and you gain something from it. And comment below if anything that resonates with you, and I'll see you in the next one.